What's up, y'all? This is Owen Alvarado with Inspired CCG. I got third place at our local case tournament and trophy tournament, playing Silent Forcer, Voiceless Voice, something like that. So this is the list. It was, I guess, pretty standard if you're playing the Nadir version. So I played 3 low, just the only normal summon in this version of the deck. I played 3 Saphira, and then 1 of Old Man Ceravis. This card's probably one of the best cards in the deck. It just does so much for you. You know, get your engine, it gets follow-up engrave. It's just really good. Old Man Ceravis is really solid. You know, he just does what you need him to do. And then I play, for the rituals, 2 Skull Guardian, it's mandatory. And then 2 Ceravis. Some people played it 1, some people played it 3. I think 3 is maybe too many. I don't think you need him, you know, especially in this version of the deck. Maybe if you're playing Diviner, I could see wanting 3 of him, but I just don't think you need that many Ceravis negates. But in terms, you can't play 1 though, in my opinion. Like the amount of times you go through 1 and then you still need to like resolve Old Man Ceravis' effect. It comes up, so I don't know if I can only play 1. 2 is good though. And then I play for one of the last, like, I guess main deck monsters, not a hand trap. I play 1 Maximus. So we're playing the Nadir package. You don't want to play any more of the Dogmatika package, I feel like. It's just not good enough. But Maximus is a pretty good card. For hand traps, we play 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Nib, 3 Imperm. I feel like this is just super standard. It's just good against all the fire decks, good against Lab, good against just really every deck in the format right now. The only deck that, like, maybe this doesn't cover is, like, I don't know, the Mirror doesn't lose to... It doesn't really lose to Ash that much. It doesn't lose to Nib. Same with maybe Centurion if you see it, but we're worried about Fire King only, and those cards really handle the Fire King matchup. For main deck spell cards, we play 3 Barrier. It's mandatory at 3. A lot of times I like placing 2 on my opening turn, just so they can't like SP out it or Phoenix out it, you know, when they start trying to crack the board. And then I play 2 of the Ritual spell. Super, just, you know, generic count. Should need more than 1, but no reason to play 3. I play 3 pre-prep. It's just like the best card in the deck. You know, searching your ritual, so you know you don't lose to Droll every time you resolve the card. You get ritual spell and grave too. It's super solid. Yeah, you can add from grave too, so it can be belled, which kind of sucks. I play 3 Nadir. It's really good. The only time it really is not great is when you get Drolled. The card just becomes so much less powerful, obviously. However, its highs are so much higher. You know, Winda stops the Vire deck from playing completely. And it's so reliable at just, you know, when you summon Winda, you win the game. I mean, it's just really an FTK. I mean, I recommend playing it for sure. But I think the Diviner version also has its, you know, positives and negatives to it as well. I play 3 Tactics, 1 Called By, 1 Instant Fusion. The talents are pretty obvious. I mean, everyone's playing 12 hand traps, so it's going to resolve. Call by, also obvious. You want to stop those Drolls. But Instant Fusion is really what shines. First and second, it's really good. You know, being able, depending on what your hand is, if you need something to not be impermed, or you need something to not, you don't need to want to get Drolled because you don't have Call by or a way to play through it. Being able to summon Millennium Eyes is really good. But also, you know, having the out to going second versus Fire King, dropping an Instant Fusion and some Mud Dragon is just so solid. I think it's definitely worth the 1-of spot. Even if you don't see it all the time, the games you see it generally win. Last 2 cards, 1 of the Trap for Voiceless, and then 1 Schism. Mandatory Bricks, this card is really good. This helps you play through most of your Droll hands, you know, where you just lose to Droll. So you gotta play it for sure. As far as the extra deck goes, we play 1 Anima, Low's a level 1, 2 Dynamondo, and this goes into SP plays. 2 Dynamondo, the 2 come up kind of often, not super often, but enough to warrant it. And then if like you play in a cache, like you kind of still need this card, so you can't let it get taken by a unicorn. 1 Phoenix, 1 SP. These are pretty, you know, mandatory and standard. The Phoenix, especially for the Mirror. I mean, the barriers are so tough to play through occasionally. Then you have 1 of the Tri-Brigade Arms. This is Singarura. This is your primary send when you first activate Nadir. We have 2 Herald of the Arclight. It's pretty self-explanatory, especially with the Nadir build. You know, you're just adding your engine to your hand. and then 1 Odd Eyes Wing Dragon. It's just a body to summon off of the Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph. And then we have 1 Abcalone, 1 Winda. Once again, standard for the Nadir build. You're just looking to summon Winda, because this does just win you games. Not a light monster, so it can still be targeted, and they can still attack into it. But I mean, it either takes the whole battle phase, but generally when you summon the Winda, I mean, your board's so strong. We play 1 Garura, 1 Natis, 1 Mud Dragon, and 1 Millennium Eyes. These are obviously for your Instant Fusion. The extra deck's really loose, so you can kind of do what you want. Natis is really good with Nadir going second. You don't have to like actually summon anything to start breaking apart the board. And then Garura, it's just an extra dark body. Draw cards for free. And the side deck, I think this is like less, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this side deck. I still have a lot of like testing to do with this just format in general. So I'm playing 1 Pendulum Graph on the side. It was in the main deck for a really long time, but I just like think I had to cut it just for more hand traps in the main deck without feeling like I was bricking too much, because he's just a really bad brick. But when you summon him, you generally win those games too. 2 DD Crow, really good against IP, you know, place from Flamberg. You just kind of win the game from there. I play 3 Droplet, beats the Voiceless Mirror. You know, you pretty much instantly out the whole deck. Feels pretty good. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, you know, beats Island, beats, you know, any like, I guess you could do it on like a furniture place, you know, at the end phase, just hold in your hand. You kind of beat them on that. 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Duster, pretty self-explanatory. And we play 3 Summon Limit. This card is auto wins. It's really good. It's like your backup to Winda, or if you just see this card plus Winda, I mean, there's no way you lose that game. Yeah, it's just an auto win. But yeah, I did pretty well. Played against, I think it was 3 or 4 Vanadium, 2 Fire King, 1 Branded, and 1 Pure Horus. It's an interesting deck. I mean, I think the list is really good. Like I said, the Diviner list has its own merits, but I think this one was really good for the tournament I played it in. And I would definitely recommend it to test it looking into Vegas. But test both. I don't think anyone really knows what the best deck is. You know, they're both very good. One's consistent and one's an FDK. So it just depends on what you want from your tournament. So thank you guys. Shout out to my sponsors real quick, because I definitely forgot to do that. Shout outs to Dueling Guard, Tenfold, Main Phase, and the Card Haven in Louisville, Texas. Shout out Jose, Chase, Joe for all helping me test, Mike. Shout out Pandemonium Gaming for hosting the case tournament and the trophy tournament. And shout out for letting me use the venue to film the deck profile. And then just shout out Inspire TCG, my team. I appreciate them. Thanks, y'all.